Any volunteer to light a candle? Anyone else? One more candle.
Sadhu. Sadhu. Let's do the chanting before the meditation. Please turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. The three refuges. Buddham saranam gacchami, dhammam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami, dutiyampi buddham saranam gacchami, dutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami, dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami, tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami, tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami, tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Next page. There are 5 precepts. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, adinādāna veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, kāmesu micchācārā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, musāvādā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, surameraya majja pamadatthāna veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Let's read the FM 2 vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I want to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I want to accept the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I want to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that work can create suffering, I want to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce. I want to develop mindfulness and mindfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddhassa Vidyacarana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. Homage to the Dhamma. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akaliko Evassiko opanaiko pancatang veditambo vinyogiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato sadhaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato sadhaka sangho Samicipatipanno bhagavato sadhaka sangho Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yugani Ante Purisa Pungala Isa Bhagavato Sadhaka Sangho Ahuniyo Pahuniyo Nakutiniyo Anjali Karaniyo Anutterang punyak cetang lokasasari. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offering. Offering of life. Ganesarak praditena Dipena tamatang sina Tiloka dipang sambuddhang Pujayami tamunudang. Offering of incense. Gandha sambhara yuttena Dupinahang sugandhina Pujaye pujaniyang tam Puja bhajane muttamam. Offering of flowers. Vanne gandhe gunopetang Ekang kusuma santating Pujayami munindasya Sripade saruluhe Pujemi buddhang kusumene mene Kunjene metene labhami mokukang Uppan vilayati yatari dhammi Ayu tatayati vinasa bhavan. Offering of water. Adivasetu no bante paniyam parikappitam anukampam upadaya patigamhatu uttama. Offering of drinks. Adivasetu no bante dilane paruchayam imam anukampam upadaya patigamhatu uttama. Worship of shrines. Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbetani supatititang saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada. Sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Ikujeva majjante namaste Namaste Namo Rate Nande Yang Punya Bisandang Vipulang Alatang Tansanu Pavin Hatante Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Ade. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like rain that follows the coast of clouds. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Ade. If one speaks or acts with impure mind, happiness follows like one short shadow that never leaves. Generosity, high words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These forms of sympathy function in the world like a engine in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment. Wise people should remove their impurities as the smith removes the rust from silver. For one who mindfully lives boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees with them, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees with them, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All things are not self. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. Excellent. Excellent.
Welcome everyone again to our meditation session. Just calm. So we are going to start practicing together, and this is an important moment in everyone's life because it's not common that we get a chance to take care of our mind. We may take care of our body occasionally, but it is not common that we take time to take care of our mind. We may take care of many other things, even take care of many other people that we need to. But in that whole process, we keep on engaging in taking care of many things and many others. But in order for us to take care of others and other things, we need to first take care of ourselves too, and particularly our mind. So this is an opportunity for that, and you can be happy that finally you have given yourself a time for that, and then you find this space, because it's not easy to find a space, a place that have less distractions to our mind. Whenever you go, there are so many things that will bother us, that will irritate us, that will make us feel anxious. But you have found this space also that is supportive, and everyone here is going to support each other for that practice. So let us recognize the value, importance of this moment, and importance of this opportunity. And with that, rejoice. Rejoice your decision to come here today. Rejoice the gift that you are given to yourself, that is to help your mind and grow your mind with loving kindness and mindfulness. With the rejoice, make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. I will make use of this space. I'll make use of this hour, and I will engage in a committed practice. With that determination, let us listen to the sound of the bell and to the chant Namo Buddhaya, and help ourselves to gather our attention to this moment. As a way of bringing your attention to the present moment, you can start feel your body. Just go through your body and identify areas you have more prominent sensations, where your body meets the cushion or the chair, where you have your body parts are touching each other, and places you feel your clothes, and just observing those spots in the body can help you to come to this present moment. So throughout the bell and the chant, gather your attention and stay in your body. Namo Continue to feel your body and be in your body. And this is a good time to relax our whole body, to allow all the muscles in the body to loosen up. By confronting so many things in the day, reacting to so many things, we might have tightened our body, tense our muscles. This is the time to loosen them up and relax the whole body. We are all sitting in a very safe, friendly place. So, therefore, we can let go of all the concerns and allow our muscles to drop, relax, and loosen up. If you wish, you can lengthen your breath a little bit to help your body to relax. Take a very slow, long breath, slow one, and release that air very slowly, allowing your chest to drop down. Let us take few more such long breaths, slow ones, and releasing that breath very slowly, little by little, allowing the belly to relax. Every out breath, letting the body to relax, release, loosen up. We can let the natural breath to occur and let this body to be here as relaxed as it can. No tightness, no grip in the hand, simply lying there on our thighs, on our lap. With this relaxed body, let us now bring our whole attention to our mind. We will simply watch. What are the thoughts coming to our mind right now? Whatever the thoughts, memories, simply let them to come. We will simply notice, observe all these thoughts occurring now. Without developing any one further, we simply keep noticing whatever memories, thoughts that are coming. Various thoughts, memories keep coming up. This is our ordinary mind, but we manage to observe them without letting any thought to develop further, and that is mindfulness. But right now, let us purposely generate a wholesome thought. Instead of these random thoughts occurring, we will generate a wholesome thought. One of the most wholesome thoughts we can ever generate: loving kindness. Loving kindness. Loving kindness is the goodwill that we have towards all beings. Loving kindness is the willingness for everyone to be well. Am I willing if everyone is happy? Am I willing if everyone is safe? We will generate that willingness, that friendliness, universal friendliness, and genuine wish of well being towards everyone. We all have this capacity. We will just allow that loving kindness to manifest right now. Let us open our heart and generate that willingness for everyone to be well, that friendliness. Just like when we see a smiling face of a little baby, how do you feel when you see a smiling face of a little baby? How do you feel when you are petting a puppy or kitten? Open your heart just like that. With readiness to care, genuine wish of well being, unconditional love. We will generate such a mind right now. We will treasure this loving kindness and we will cultivate this loving kindness. We can do it by making more and more wishes of well being towards everyone. Let us keep wishing well being to all beings. Let us keep opening our mind and wishing well being to all. We will gradually expand this loving kindness. We will start this wish with ourselves. We are also one of the living beings. We will start with ourselves. Look at yourself as one of the living beings. Feel your presence here. Feel that I'm sitting here, and look at yourself as one of the living beings in this world, and make this genuine wish. May this person sitting here be well, be healthy, be strong, be peaceful. Keep wishing well-being to yourself. Let us be generous to ourselves. Let us be kind to ourselves with an attitude of acceptance, forgiveness, compassion. Just make a nice wish to yourself with generous heart. Make a nice wish. If you have a specific concern these days, make a specific wish to yourself. Wishing yourself courage, wisdom to overcome, and wishing yourself to be free from troubles. Just make your own specific wish. Let us now take a moment to radiate this loving kindness to our own body. Letting this loving kindness wish to penetrate to all the organs and systems of this body. With deep appreciation of all the organs and all the systems of this body. Our body and all these organs have been helping us a lot to live this life. With deep appreciation, let us now direct this loving kindness to all the organs, all the systems. May these lungs, which are helping us to breathe even right now, fill your lungs. When the lungs are filled with fresh air, and genuinely make a wish. May these lungs and whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs in this whole digestive system, the stomach, liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digesting system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, may these both kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, middle brain, frontal lobe, may this whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this whole body allow this loving kindness to travel throughout this body. May all these muscles, all these tendons, and all these ligaments, and all these bones, and all these joints throughout the body be well, be healthy, be healed. We have now infused loving kindness throughout the body. We have let the intention of loving kindness to penetrate throughout the body. Let us now expand this wish beyond ourselves to all others. Let us make the same wish with the same level of genuineness and intensity to all others. May all people who are connected to our life, may all beloved people in our lives, let us genuinely wish for them. May all our family members, our good friends, colleagues, and may all of them be well, Be safe. Be healthy. Be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond those people who are known to us, to all other people. Let us expand our wish gradually. May all people living in this immediate neighborhood, whoever the people living in this surrounding area, will make a nice wish. May all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this surrounding area to all other distant places. May all people living in faraway cities, states, may all people in this whole country be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this country to all people living beyond this country in the whole continent. May all people living even beyond this continent in all other places. Let us open our heart wide and just make a wish for all people living area, including people who are suffering due to illnesses, who are suffering due to conflicts, who are suffering due to poverty. We will wish for all of them. May all people living everywhere be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. Let's expand this wish further, even beyond human beings to all other living beings. May all animals living everywhere, from large ones to tiny ones, may all of them be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all living beings, whatever life forms there may be, each and every living organism without exception. Be well. Be well. Be well. Be peaceful. 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 Rejoice. This expansive mind, the loving kindness that embraces all beings. It pervades to every direction and embraces everyone. Rejoice. This unbound loving kindness, this limitless loving kindness, this wholesome state of the mind. Rejoice. Such a noble heart and loving kindness with no limits, radiating towards all beings in this world. Rejoice. In this rejoice, let us bring our attention to our breath. We will gently move our attention to our breath. We can enhance our peace by simply resting our mind on our breath. In this peaceful, calm moment, you can feel the movement of the air through your nostrils. Feel it when the air is moving in. Feel it when the air is moving out. Explore all the sensations related to the breath. Breathing in, you feel the cooling sensations, changes in the chest, sensation around your throat. Just explore them. And breathing out, you have another set of sensations. And with curiosity, openness, simply explore all the sensations of in-breath and out-breath. We will grow our mindfulness and simply resting our mind on this sensation of the breath and allow our mind to settle further and further and experiencing deeper and deeper peace. For next few minutes, we will be with our breath. We will rest with our breath. Mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. This is the only thing happening right now. Whatever comes to our mind is not necessarily happening now. Only the breath is happening now, nothing else. We will keep observing it. We'll give our mind a rest by simply letting it to observe the breath. Be with your breath. In these last few minutes, let us give our full effort to be with your breath. Nidukha Bhayapattache Nibbhaya Sukhapattache Nisukha Hontu sabbipi panino. May all beings who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity, have peaceful meditation in our life. Let us feel grateful to great teachers, enlightened masters in the past who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to anyone who helped our meditation tonight. Let us even feel grateful to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including the chair, the cushion that we are sitting on, this bell and the fan, and even this device that helped you to connect to this meditation from home. With deep gratitude to all people and all things that made this meditation possible for us today. Let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Hopefully, this week was much cooler than the last week. So, whenever, we don't have physical discomfort or any other obstruction, when we are a little bit more comfortable, and then our mind will, you know, tend to have daydreaming and have all kind of thoughts. Um, so sometimes whenever we have physical discomfort, in meditation, sometimes those discomforts can help us to anchor ourselves here, not letting us like daydream. So any obstacles can be converted into some helpful thing. Okay, if you would like to share your meditation practice, share your experience and any challenges that you encounter, and this is the time. Please feel free. That will help many others also who are joining the meditation. Any sharing or questions? Yes, Mark?
Uh, what type of medium that carry this love and kindness to other people? I mean, I'm talking to you, there's sound waves carried through air, electricity through wire. So how I send it overseas to other people? What type of medium carry this wave?
Okay. So you know, when we do our loving kindness meditation, how actually our wish can be carried to all other people everywhere, right? So you want to know what is the medium through which this wish will travel and go to other
What is the
places.
medium? Is there a certain thing in between?
Um, okay. Basically, what we are doing here is that we make our mind, we give our permission for all beings to be well. Simply because we wish everyone to be free from suffering, free from fear, you know, is this not going to happen? Just because we wish. Just because we wish all the people throughout the world, be well and happy, it doesn't really suddenly make everyone be well and happy.
Well, I'm asking about the medium. What carry it? Wishes, love and kindness.
It's through people.
What is it?
Through people. Like when you make that wish, when you make your mind of such a powerful, wish and such a powerful, attitude, and when you sit to people, and when you are talking to others, when you are being with others, and you are radiating that energy to your immediate people, that will influence, and those people will influence others and influence others.
Is there a such thing as universal mind that we tap into it and then we send these waves?
You can you can you can call it collective minds. Yeah, definitely our intention has an influence. When we make our intention influence other beings, but mainly immediate beings. But through immediate beings we can influence others too. So I can call it, we can explain this in a mysterious forms, but I just want to make it more practical. So uh, the definitely our mental energy, our thoughts are vibrations too, just like the sounds.
Yes.
Our thoughts are also vibrations. Let's imagine that so many minds here are creating these thoughts vibrations and the wholesome vibrations, and it's become a part of the universe.
So is there a universal mind?
There's a universe. Not necessarily
We
mind.
call the soup or
You have the
something
mind, right?
surround us.
Eh?
You have the mind.
You have the mind that's as big as the universe.
It's part of the universal mind. My mind is. So when I vibrate love and kindness, tap into this universal mind and send it to the other, right?
That's a good explanation. Yeah. But we don't call it universal mind. All our minds are kind of connected.
Yes.
So
So become universal.
yeah. You can call it. Yeah. Yeah.
Bhante, can you remember the quote that in our somewhere it's, I think here we put in our meditation hall, the loving kindness is the language where the deaf can hear, and other one
Yeah, we
is
still have that, Bante.
yeah.
Yeah. Loving kindness is the language that the deaf and the blind can hear and understand.
So no language, specific language or any medium, right? Bhante?
Yeah.
Verbal, mental, and physical actions.
Yeah. So the kind of change that we are doing to the world by making this wish is gradual, and definitely, let's say if people are having so much of angry thoughts, violent thoughts, it influences the whole universe. But at the same time, if more people have loving thoughts, it influences the whole universe, definitely. So the more minds we get here, and in other places, the more good impact we can do, even to the nature, the even like animals, nature, and people, and those things are influenced by our thoughts. But by our whole purpose of making these good wishes to all other beings is actually first to make ourselves well.
Well, there's another question in chat box. Kevin,
Okay, how do we okay, thank you, Kevin, for the question. Yeah, how do we cultivate loving kindness for ourselves? It feels easier to wish others to be well and happy than myself. This is a good question. Yeah. So, I mean, it is easier for many of us to wish well being to someone else than to wish well being to ourselves. Do you have the same uh, thing? Okay. So, the Kevin is asking that question. Thank you, Kevin. Yes, you have anything to say?
Doesn't it take loving kindness to want to wish loving kindness? So wouldn't I like already have it if I'm saying it or wishing it anyway? So I'm carrying it, maybe not for myself, but I'm still carrying
So,
it.
say it again.
So
Mm,
if I'm sending out love and kindness,
yeah.
I am, even if I'm not able to have love and kindness for myself, I would be carrying love and kindness anyway to be able to share it in the first place.
Oh, I think your point is that if you simply wish others' well-being, you're automatically already having the loving kindness.
Right, because it would take love and kindness to do that in the first
Yeah.
place.
You are the one who making this wish. Yeah. So I think the Kevin's question is that it's very common problem that we all have. Because we can wish well-being to particularly the people who we haven't met. Maybe the strangers. We can genuinely very easily wish them. But when it comes to us, we find that that quite difficult. The reason is that without our knowing, we carry so many judgments about ourselves, and so we because so because of so much of expectations that we have of ourselves and others have about ourselves, and sometimes those expectations are not met. Therefore, without our knowing, we carry a lot of judgments about ourselves, and when it comes to wish well-being to ourselves, we find that, am I worthy, am I you feel like you don't deserve the loving kindness. So what we try to do in our loving kindness meditation, even to break that, this issue comes when you um, look at yourself as I and me. That is why in loving kindness meditation, I think we guide you to look at yourself as one of the living beings, not necessarily framing this being as me and I and I. That creates the whole problems. And look at this piece of life. This is a living organism, one of the living beings. And this living being is the most closest one. So before you kind of expand that to other beings and just wish this being like come out. I mean, it's almost like a kind of, coming out of ourselves and looking at ourselves as as one of the living beings. Yes? Anything?
Is it not true that you cannot give what you do not have?
Yes. Yes. So before you wish others, you wish
In
yourself.
order to give it away, you have to have it within you.
Yeah.
And the mental thought of creating the loving kindness alters your vibes and alters your being, whether you know it or not. So the warmth and the kindness that you feel when you give to others is coming from within you. So you already got it. You don't have to wish it to yourself. You already have it.
Yeah. So that's what she was also telling, right? Yeah. But here, so it's, I think, yes, definitely it is harder for us to, wish well-being to ourselves. And that's very common. And it is because it's because we have so much judgments about ourselves, and so we are not sometimes completely happy with what happened in our life. That's common. It's common to everyone. But I think what we can do in the meditation itself, just take a moment to come out of yourself and look at yourself as one of the living beings, just for that moment. It's almost like, looking at yourself from above. It's a kind of shifting of the mind, little bit of shifting of the mind, and then make that wish. Yeah, but it's common, Thank you, Kevin. That question. This is very common for many people have that. But we just keep doing it. One thing, about loving kindness meditation, when we say these words, that doesn't mean that we actually feel it in the beginning. You may not necessarily feel that, you may not necessarily feel like wishing well-being to everyone. You had a difficult day, you had a frustrated day, you are angry with, people, you are angry with, whoever, group of people. And when you come here and, monks ask you to ask, may all beings be well and happy. You don't feel like wishing that. But in the practice, instead of how you feel, we're just simply repeating it. Keep repeating it. That's the practice. Keep repeating it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Along the way, you pick it up, and you develop the actual feelings too. And the whole goal is to actually not simply say it, but actually feel it. It's more like coming from your heart. But in the beginning, sometimes, some days, you may not feel it, but you keep doing it. Keep doing it, keep making that wishes, making those articulations, and you keep doing it. And then along the way, you bring that mindset and you feel it too. And by the end of the meditation, you feel it. So even it comes to ourselves, right? You don't have to feel the loving to yourself, but we just say it. And then you look at yourself as one of the living beings and say it. And then that will, help ourselves too. Yeah. There's another comment.
D.
Oh, thank you, D, for the question. Nice to hear from you, D, from Arizona. Your old friends are here. Yeah. So D is asking, what do we do when people are upset with world issues and get upset? How do you calm others down? Yes. How do we calm others down? Don't try. Don't try to calm others, because we will also become distracted. But I think, of course, we just have to learn how to be in that kind of environment and be an example. That's the best way to do it. Of course, there are issues in the world that we should be upset, we should be unhappy, but that doesn't mean that we should we should like make our mind clouded or defiled because of that. And there are things should happen better than this, but we need to understand the world is not necessarily a perfect place. We should do whatever we can do, not to contribute, not to be the part of the problem. That's what we can do, not to contribute any to whatever things that we don't approve, not to be the part of the problem, and not to contribute anything. And then understand, there are limitations in what we can do. And for other people, I think the issue, many will have the same issues. I think when you, with your family members, with your friends, with your colleagues, many people are, upset about what is happening around the world. They will, share their thoughts and comments, and they expect you to also to comment, right? How do you deal with that?
Keep silent. I smile and nod. Just
Keep nodding.
Yep.
Keep nodding and smiling, and understand the deep concern of the person, And maybe once in a while we can say, okay, yeah, there are things happening, but let's do what we can. Let's focus what we can do, what I can do as an individual. Let's focus on that. And maybe you can make that suggestion gently whenever possible. Yeah.
And even the impermanence of everything. So sometimes I'll say, look at how the world was 100 years ago or 200 years ago. So there's always something and it's changing. So this, as patient as we don't want to be, we can be patient or let's hold the space.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And do whatever we can do
Mhm.
as an individual, maybe as a local community, to like change the things
right.
and to create the, the world that create the world that we want to create within, whatever.
Peaceful organization.
Yeah,
Doesn't
with
have to be
whatever
anything
area we can.
crazy. It can just be,
Yeah.
all right, what do you want to do about it?
Yeah, I mean that's what we are creating here,
Mhm.
right?
You
And
can
then we
sit
try
in
to
front of
expand it. Yeah.
Monty, it's kind of interesting thing if anybody's ever touched a guitar, right? And if you pluck one strings, the other strings will start to vibrate at a certain level. It's called a sympathetic vibration.
Okay.
It's just a
Yeah.
property of physics, right?
Yeah.
The air is moving because of the one string is moving, and then the resonance of that, like another string adjacent or nearby that's tuned to the same harmonic frequency, will pick that up and start to vibrate also. And it's similar with, in some sense, maybe with loving kindness, where you don't want to vibrate according to the discord of, unwholesome feelings that are interjected into the world. You don't want to just start picking that up and amplifying it. Like it's how crowds get out of control. If people start and pretty soon the whole soccer stadium is tearing itself apart, right? Because people are battling and fighting and throwing things. But the same holds true in the positive sense, like a loving kindness vibration can have a sympathetic vibration and affect other people, and then,
Even without their knowing, right?
now, they could be the whole way across the room, or they could be across the country. It's a sort of an energetic phenomenon.
Yeah. You're talking about the water glasses, right?
Yes.
How they pick up the vibration. Yeah.
Resonant frequencies. And all of us have many resonant frequencies. Different organs have ones, and whenever you get like-minded, you start to resonate together, and that's what produces a much greater intense frequency that can travel deeper and further and stronger, even in a telepathic manner.
Yeah.
So we're several joined together with like-mindedness. There is much power.
Yeah. I mean, I keep hearing, people visit our center, and when they come here, and they feel like, oh, I feel so calm, so peaceful, and just being in this environment, because we have been like creating this wishes and in this space for a longer time. So just, sometimes for people just to come here and be in this environment, they already feel calm and peace, just being here. So that's it.
And the difference of meditating in group versus meditating singular alone.
There's a big difference,
There's a
right?
big difference.
Yeah. Thank you. Today we got a visitor, who suddenly feels so calm and so peaceful here. And you and ask, can I bring you to my home for a moment?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so let's briefly discuss our simile today, which is somewhat related to our discussion. And today I selected a simile from a Buddhist text given by the Buddha. It's a simile about a cloud, the rain cloud. And here actually Buddha talks about generosity. So of course, if you notice when you enter this Buddhist center, we have a new wreath now with the theme generosity. Yeah. So when Buddha talks about generosity, and he always explain and encourage people to have a generous heart and and attitude of sharing, because that's the beginning of the spiritual path. At the same time, that's also the end of the spiritual path, because you start by sharing and helping and giving, you end with letting go of everything. So it is really an important part of the spiritual practice, Buddhist practice. But there's this simile is given by the Buddha. It's like, he was talking about a cloud that rains a lot. Of course, there are certain clouds that may not rain. There are certain clouds that may create, thunder and sounds, but not rain. But there are clouds that they really rains. And here Buddha says that we should use the simile of a cloud that will rain, that will pour water, and will give life and energy to everything in the environment. And we can be such a person to the society, to the community that we are living. Be like a rain cloud. So here Buddha said that a person who is responsive to request, sympathetic to all beings, delighting in distributing alms, and give to them, give and give, he says, as a cloud resounding and thundering, and rains filling with water, drenching the plateaus, right? Plateaus and gullies, drenching and filling the plateaus and gullies. A person like this is like that. Having righteously gathered wealth, which he obtains by his own effort, he fully satisfied with food and drink, whatever beings live in need. So giving this simile of a cloud that the water is coming down and filling and drenching all the plateaus and gullies, and every plant is getting the life. And so someone who is responsive, or maybe sensitive, responsive to request, sympathetic to all living beings, and delighting in giving, delighting in sharing, like a cloud. But of course, in order to be generous, you have to have something, right? But there are many ways that we can be generous. And then one way to give some materially, give something. But the other one is to be generous with our time, with our labor, with our effort, and it's a generous attitude that we maintain. When we maintain a generous attitude, and whoever you meet, and you are like a cloud to that person, and you will be generous with whatever you have with that person, and whoever you meet with such a person will always find comfort and happy and feel safe. But Buddha said that here, having righteously gathered wealth, which he obtains by his own effort, he fully satisfied with food and drink, whatever beings live in need. So there's also element that if you really want to be generous, then you also have to pay attention in how you gather what you can share with righteous means, right? And be responsible in that way too.
The cloud analogy is a little bit difficult in this culture because we have sayings like "Don't rain on my parade."
Yeah, don't rain.
Don't rain on my parade. It's like, don't bring me down. I'm having fun here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but how about farmers?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
If you're living in a kind of agricultural society, the rain will be the best thing that you can have, right? I mean, of
Just
course.
the right amount.
Right.
Exactly.
You don't want
Yeah,
to wash
exactly.
the
That
crops
can be
away.
flat. Yeah, exactly. Of course, there's always limitation to any simile. Anything?
have aspiration, but no, Bante, it's just
Aspiration.
we should write Bante Dev was to call it in the time in the proper time, right? Bante?
Yeah. Actually, we every day. I think we say maybe 30%. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We make. Yes.
And also there is a deep meaning, Bhante, about raining.
Mhm.
When it is raining, the rain comes to every places, which is the good
Mm.
places and bad places.
No
and
discrimination.
No discrimination. This is the kind of special simile regarding raining.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhante.
That's
That's it.
generosity and
Mm.
raining.
So when you want to be generous, you don't really look for you don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Others. You
Yes.
just give, right?
Yes, I'm not selecting only my relatives. I should give to everyone.
Yeah. Whoever you meet, right?
Yeah. That like rain.
Yeah. Rain doesn't care. Right? Just rain pours to everything. Thank you, man. That's a Thank you. That's a good analogy. This is a good point because whenever you want to be generous, and whoever just happen to be around you, just be generous. Sometimes when you want to make a donation, we think, will this person use this donation for good cause? I mean, it's okay to do some investigation before you make big donation. But when you want to give something to someone, if there's an opportunity, we don't have to worry about how that person is going to use it. Sometimes we are afraid that this person will take my donation and do something else. We try to I think overthink. Maybe sometimes even judge. Right, man, just be like a rain. It's okay, right? If there's an opportunity for you, don't think too much. Just give, because it's an opportunity for us to be generous. For us to be helpful.
Actually, after giving something, if that person try to find what he did to the thing which I gave him, he did not. He has not given the things.
Oh, okay. Bhante's point is that if we worry about what the other person is going to do with our donation, we actually haven't given it in real sense.
It's done,
Yeah.
But there's a little story. The one monk has offered rope to the chief incumbent one day.
Chief monk, okay.
Yeah. And after that, he was looking at whether the chief incumbent is wearing my robe.
Okay. Because I gave him.
I gave him.
He should wear it. Right?
Yes. He was looking at through 2-3 days, but finally he had to ask, Pante, what did you do to my robe? At that moment, chief incumbent has offered to any other
another monk. Yeah.
So after asking that question from chief incumbent has said to that monk, "Oh, venerable, I thought that you have given me that robe."
You looks like you haven't really given me the robe.
It's called gift with strings attached.
Yeah.
And it's really not a gift. As a child, you remember your aunt or uncle gave you a gift and expected you to go and buy this, that, or the other thing. And it's really not a gift because you didn't get a chance to do with it what you needed to do. So
Exactly.
your gift must be free, it must be from the heart, and it must be filled with joy.
Thank you, bringing that joy, because the giving is very closely related to joy, so and there are enough research done in in the field of psychology that people who are generous, who are tend to give, are more joyful than people who are not. I mean, give but not occasionally give, but maybe they may have a lot, but they're not really joyful. So there's a strong connection between joy and giving. So instead of sometimes we had to give out of obligation, but I think if we look at giving, maybe opportunities for generosity as opportunities for us to increase joy in us. So that will help us to see the whole act of generosity in a different way.
And it should be a gift to the person and not to augment ourselves.
Yeah. But definitely simply focusing on the well-being of the person we are giving, but you cannot stop. You cannot really. It's automatically whenever we give, and there's a joy happening with ourselves. But we don't. That's not our goal. But it just happens.
There are some that will give for secondary gain.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe out of pure bliss, we can. Follow pure bliss. There's also close connection to the spiritual growth, because the giving is the counteract to overcome our ego. So the whole the spiritual practice that we are doing to understand and overcome it. So the practical act of giving and sharing involves certain kind of sacrifice. Like you have to sacrifice your comfort to be generous to others. There's an element of sacrifice there when you want to share your time, whatever. And so they actually kind of counter our tendency to be egoistic. So the act of generosity actually kind of dissolving our ego, and it helps us to be free. Because more ego we have, the more suffering, more restricted we feel, less freedom we feel, less, and very easily we are irritated. The more ego, the more irritated we are, right? So by act of generosity, we're actually directly countering that, directly diminishing that, and then we become so joyous and free as a result of that. Yes.
There's something.
Yeah.
I was in my Sangha in Utah, and he was teaching about the panhandler with the big hats. When they are holding their cups in like China and they want donations, you can't see their face, right? And they can't see your face. It's only the act of giving. So there's no giver or receiver, hence the big hat when they're panhandling.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's
no giver,
interesting.
there's no receiver. You just give the change, hit the cup,
Okay.
and feet walk by. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Okay, so let us take every opportunity that we can be generous with our time, with our knowledge, with our whatever resources that we may have. So let's be like a cloud. Not really a pouring cloud, and maybe sprinkling cloud. Oh, that's other thing. Okay, let us move to the other part of the program. It is time to be generous again. Now is the time that we share what we gathered here with everyone else, sharing our merits. By coming here and doing this practice together, we generate so much goodness, so much good energy, what we call good karma or merits. Now it is time for us to share those merits with others. And so let us wish me all beings. First of all, let us wish that may all our departed family members, our relatives, and let us be grateful towards them and share these merits with all of them. And may they share these merits, may they be well and happy wherever they may be. Idang mi ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam mi ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam mi ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Let us also share these merits with all living beings. If there's any being in this world who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. Ittavata amhi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, spiritual mind, I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determined to be it. Okay, so we will do our blessing service. Want to bring the daughter for the blessing service?
Oh, yeah.
So we will chant the Loving Kindness Sutra, and this particular sutra was given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. So we are going to chant the same sutra for you now, wishing you all good health, peace, and happiness. And may you receive these blessings. May you be blessed with strength and courage and wisdom to overcome the difficulties and pains in your life. And may you may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, your friends, and people who are sick, and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamicca sakko gojo che sojo che suvacho chasansa muduvanati mani santos sago che subharo che ampakitcho che sallahu kavunti santrindriyo che nipako che ampagambo kolesu ananugendo nache kundam samachari kimchena vinyu pari upavadiyum sukhino vakemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitanta eke pan bhutanti tasavatavrava anavasesadighava ye mahantava manjima rasas kanukatula dittava eva additta ye chadure vasanti avidure bhut bhutava sambhave siva sabbe santa bhavantu sukhitatta paro parang nikumbete nati mangyet katta chinang kanche vyarosana patiga sanya nanya manyam sadukha michaya mata yatani yang puntang ayusa eka punta manurangke vampi sambha bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimanang mittam cha sambha lokasmin manasang bhavaye aparimanang uddhang adocha tiriyang cha asampadang avirang asapantang tittang charang nisingnu vasayanu vayavatasam savigadamindo etang sating aditteya brahmamita viharang idamaho ditting cha anupagam silava dasanena sampanno kamesu vinayage dhang nahi jatu gamba seyang punareti tena satcha vajjena sotti te hotu sambadaye tena satcha vajjena sambharogo vinassatu etena satcha vajjena hotu te jaya mangalam Vitiyo vivajjantu sambharogo vinassatu mate bhavantantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada santi bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada santi bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada santi bhavantu te. Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever opportunity you had to be helpful to someone. Think about your past few days and recall to your mind such an incident that you helped someone, you were kind to someone, you were generous to someone. Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice these opportunities for us to be kind. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds.
I rejoice in those kind deeds.
Appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others.
Appreciating the opportunity for others.
I rejoice in those kind
I
deeds.
rejoice in those kind deeds.
Wishing more opportunities to practice compassion.
Wishing more opportunities to practice compassion.
I rejoice in those kind
I
deeds.
rejoice in those kind deeds.
Resolving not to compare myself with others.
Resolving not to compare myself with others.
I rejoice in those kind
I
deeds.
rejoice in those kind
And
deeds.
glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere.
And glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere.
May my kind deeds
My kind deeds.
relieve the burdens of other
Release
beings.
the burdens of other beings.
May my kind
May
deeds
my kind deeds
shield me from all dangers and pain.
shield me from all dangers and pain.
May my kind deeds
May my kind
and
deeds
merits that come from them
and things that come from them
help me in freeing my heart.
help me in freeing my heart.
Let us take a moment to now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. Think about your past few days and recall to your mind an incident in which someone helped you. Someone showed their love and care and kindness to you. Recall an actual incident from your previous week. Let us rejoice the goodness of others. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you everyone. It was such a nice gathering, and thank you everyone who joined our YouTube, and I appreciate your participation. Just a reminder that 18th of this month, Saturday, is our food festival. It's in the afternoon, in the evening from 5 to 8 on 18th. So please, come and enjoy some Sri Lankan food, and help the Buddhist Center with this fundraiser. And that is on 18th Saturday. Come with your family, your friends. We have enough food to feed you. Come hungry, because there's a buffet, and also there are also two other stations making other type of food called hoppers. Like it's kind of crispy. What do you call it? You have to come and see. And there's also the other one is called kottu. It's difficult to explain. So please come and enjoy. On 12th of this month, this Sunday afternoon, we will have a workshop on introduction to Buddhist practice. So if you are new to meditation and Buddhist practice, there will be a workshop. You can come and attend, and you can sign up. There's a sign up seat, right at the entrance. You can sign up if you can come. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. So look forward to see you again. Good night. Okay. Okay, little girl, what's your name? Huh? Axis?